You're about to listen to our program Eng. We don't know why, however we are grateful you chose to. We do wish to inform you that the views, opinions and overall morality do not necessarily reflect those of the station, interview guests, sponsors or musical entities. If you should choose to continue, and we sincerely hope that you do, just know, we tried to advise you against these actions and we are not responsible for any damage done to your sanity, morals or ideals. Thank you. Here comes the terrible siren.
One of us. One of us.
I am aware
I am a humble man.
that you feel you don't belong.
I won't say you should follow me.
You are welcome. You are loved. Join us, and we shall reach the promised plain.
I'm not boastful, and my chorus is more soulful.
One of joy,
Can see
one lacking pain.
what
We
you're
are the cult of the heart.
used to believe. Cause we've been through.
I am aware
Don't say it. I can
that
see
you
it.
feel you don't belong.
I don't wanna. You don't need it.
You are
Once again,
welcome.
what I'm
You are
meaning.
loved.
I can see it.
Join us,
I don't wanna. You don't
we shall
need it.
reach
Once
the
again,
promised plain. One of joy, one lacking pain. We are the cult of the heart. We were paying attention to the chat and not paying attention to the show. Welcome to the Cult of Odd. We're bland. It's flavored by white people. Apparently. I don't know.
Thanks, Planky.
Heard that somewhere. How's everyone doing tonight? You're listening to the Cult of Odd on tapdetroit.com, and I'm your host, Odd, and with me are the N friends that you see listed on the...
Thanks, bud.
Wow.
We're friends now.
Okay, so when Ace and Corey are here, because they are the original two co-hosts, I have the animated images for them.
Yeah.
I haven't had the resources to be able
You're
to...
silent, apparently.
I shouldn't be. No. Why would I be silent?
I don't know. That's what was being said in chat.
The government is trying to silence us.
You know, I noticed that everything sounded a little low earlier. Give me a second, guys. Let me see. No?
They had to hit the button, apparently.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Hello, Peanut Gallery.
Jesus Christ.
But with me is my good friend Billiam.
Hello.
And my concubine.
Hello. I've just given up at this point. I don't have a name anymore. I've become concubine.
That's what all the good cults do. Strip you of everything.
I know where you sleep.
And then they give you your own name, like Billiam.
Yeah. Some of us just accept it. Join us.
Some of us have given up on life.
Check, please.
Yeah. It's been a week.
How is everyone doing, other than the sad sack of shit that seems to be coming out of us tonight?
Jeez, we are not there tonight.
No, I don't know. Let me say good evening to everyone that's in chat right now. Good evening, Mr. Brown. Good evening to Hootis, and good evening to the Rowlands. Those of you that are listening to us, wherever else you are, if you want, you can come to tapdetroit.com/chat room. We have a handy dandy chat room here that you can use to interact with us and goof off with us and try to derail the show. I think that's what Hootis' job is, though. So he'll...
Pretty sure Ace is pretty good at that.
Ace did a pretty fine job last week.
Well, I believe that's in his job description.
Oh, okay.
Actually, too.
That's what it spawned.
Yeah. So, if you notice in the chat room tonight, if you're in here, we have our own emojis that I've put in. We only have a couple of them right now. because I only had time to make so many of them. So if you hit the little smiley face there, you'll get a fish taco, a purple and green Bigfoot, a UFO, a man puking, a very veiny eggplant.
Hint.
And shut the fuck up.
This show is definitely safe for work.
Veiny. That's right. It's a very veiny eggplant. The whole thing about flavor is I was listening to Planky's show last night for a little bit, and he announced that Volcano is coming back to Tap Detroit. And when he was talking to him at one point, he'd said, that's what the station has been lacking, some flavor. And I went, huh. And I messaged him right when it happened, and he said, "Oh no, I was hoping you didn't hear that." He's like, "I don't mean you, man." And I was like, "Oh, you're gonna get it, buddy. You are gonna get it."
So welcome to the blandest NPR style show we can produce.
Yeah,
We're gonna say by salt, the spiciest of all things.
We're gonna be the type of white that thinks mayonnaise is too spicy.
We're dinner tonight is boiled chicken.
Or raisins in the potato salad white.
I hate this every second of this. Because I've eaten most of these foods.
We did play Cards Against Humanity last night, and I produced the grossest visual.
No, can we please not talk about this?
And
please.
That's why I gave you the vomiting emoji.
I don't want it!
I gave you the vomiting emoji. So
Dirty already.
I forget, what was the black card? It was
I have no idea anymore. I was stoned.
something about a type of kiss. What type of kiss or something like that. And I played potato salad.
Something about French kissing, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the one thing that would turn you off immediately?
Yeah.
A mouthful of potato salad.
Yeah.
Yep, that's about it.
And the visual that my mind concocted was you're basically like pushing it slowly like a turd from your mouth into the mouth of the other person. And you're just getting a tube of potato salad transferred to you when you thought you were going to get a French kiss.
Stop! It's gross. It's terrible. Ugh.
You're welcome.
Eat it.
I'm sharing that with you.
I don't want it. You can have it. You can take it back. It's good. I don't
Enjoy
want
your
it.
own potato salad with raisins in it.
Jesus.
We do have a handy dandy new trick that I was going to tell you guys.
Where is she?
No, not like that.
Damn it.
One day, Ollie. One day.
He keeps getting my hopes up.
So, if you should happen to own an Alexa, you can now tell the Alexa to play Cult of Odd podcast, and it will pull up the most recent episode. You okay?
Y'all right, Billiam?
No.
Do you need to die?
I did not mean your mental health, and please don't offer him that. He will take it, and stop it.
But no, if you have an Alexa, you can now ask it to play Cult of Odd podcast.
He's allergic to your bullshit.
Potato salad.
You now have developed an allergy to potato salad.
Every time he acts like he's going to sneeze, I'm going to say potato salad.
Armageddon.
That's going to be the new bless you in this house. Potato salad.
But I had a friend of mine set it up for me because I will admit I am good with certain bits of coding, but trying to get the Alexa skill to do what I wanted it to do, I could not do. Even he wasn't able to get it to fully do what I know it can do and what I wanted it to do. My goal was, like, you could say play Cult of Odd episode and then give it a number, and it should be able to pull that episode number. But that requires a little more brain power than both me and my friend had. So, for now, you can tell your Alexa to play Cult of Odd podcast, and it will pull up the most recently uploaded episode. Yay, technology. No?
No.
Nobody cares?
No, because it's did. Because it's that bitch.
What, Alexa?
Please stop saying it. I hate that thing. And you know, ever since it creeped us out when we were living in Tucson, I will never have another one turned on. Never.
I hate the idea of a smart house. And
This was just...
that's the beginning of it.
I get that.
Just the fact that we didn't say anything. We said nothing. We were in separate rooms. The house was quiet, and nothing turned on and spoke by itself.
It's got the devil in it.
I'm pretty sure it did. When it turns on, it made the little bloop bloop.
Alexa, brought to you by Furby.
It said, "You don't have to be afraid of me."
The hell I
And then
don't.
turned itself off. I'm not kidding. Nobody said anything to it, and it come on. You don't have to be afraid of me. And then turn it with
I think I do.
We unplugged it and have not plugged it in again.
Yeah. The only reason I have the app on my phone is to test the functionality. To make sure that it works.
I hate that thing.
I don't understand why people like it.
We had fun with it at first.
That's right. Do you want a Skynet? That's how you get a Skynet.
Exactly. You want people hacking your house? That's how you do it. It starts with a Google Home or Alexa. Then you're getting the smart fridge and smart washer and dryer.
Okay, listen now.
Look, I don't want the appliances to be smarter than the people operating them.
They already are. We have appliances from the 80s.
Ours, well, no, we're smarter than it still.
Are you sure?
I think. Some of it.
I'm not convinced.
We are now post-COVID, although there are some lingering grumpiness. So next week, Ace will make his triumphant return and cherry poppin' experience with the Cult of Odd. We were trying to see if we could get Corey here tonight, but Corey's job does not like the podcast. They prefer him to work for them, which, I mean, they pay him, so I can't be upset.
I don't like it.
It is possible, too, that Mr. Dr. Cookie will be with us next week. So it should be
I'm happy with that one.
Because
we called him this morning and gave him a really hard time.
Well, no, because I had asked if he could, but he's going up north for a friend's birthday party, and I was like, wait, why are you going up north in the winter? Why are you going where it's colder? That seems counterproductive.
And
Some
it
people
is.
like it.
Ew. Not going up north, just the cold. Ew. Ew.
We had a really good episode last time.
We did.
We did.
Very
While
good.
we had COVID.
Yeah. Our COVID episode was downloaded 203 times in like 3 days.
It's weird.
I have a theory, and so does Ollie, and we're going to test that theory to see what happens next time. I hate Mike Hunt's color. I hate that it's purple.
Well,
He's not
too damn bad.
Well, okay, that sentence could use some rephrasing. But
I hate that Mike Hunt is purple.
you're not even showing for me.
Yeah, well, no, he's there, but
It's not showing at all for me.
yeah, he's there. He just can't actually access the chat.
what?
Once again, his phone is deciding that.
You have to
No
clear
check.
the cache.
Yeah, you have
Here.
to clear the cache.
Here. I'll do it. Because I
Yes,
did it last time.
the episode with the Carl Gottlieb interview roulette was listened to 203 times.
I wonder if it was because of Carl.
Who knows? I would venture to guess yes, but
'Cause
what
you
do I
did it
know?
wrong, Billy.
The thing is, so that fun size version, those numbers, those come from when I upload it, and it goes to all of the different podcasting
Okay.
channels. So, the one that I usually end up promoting is the one that's attached to the YouTube, because it's the easiest for me to do it with. It's the easiest one to share and know that it's going to work.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason that we started putting the fun
That
size
way.
on YouTube.
You have to do it by the browser in order to do that.
So, like I said, we had a good episode last week, so thank you to everyone who downloaded it, and if you're downloading this one too, hey, thanks for sticking around.
Hi, Matt.
I figured as much.
Yeah, I figured it was you.
So, everyone in the chat room, say hello to Matt. Matt is the research assistant who has been helping me out with some of the interviews.
Have you seen some of the pictures he's posted of his research?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
no, I know which one. I know who that's for.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Your research is impressive, Matt, and we love you dearly for it.
Matt helped me out with the Carl Gottlieb interview, and he's helping me out with a couple of more that are coming up. So, everyone give a big round of applause to Matt. If you want to hear those full interviews with all that great research that Matt has done,
Jesus Christ. You've turned him into an
good
ad.
reason to sign up for the Patreon.
You've turned him into an ad.
Because the full interviews are there at the $10 and $20 level. You can listen to them for $10 a month, and for $20 a month, you can watch them. And when I say watch them, you'll see the actual person. There's
a person there.
There's a people there.
We normally don't like people.
This week, we have interview roulette from my interview with Susan Lanier. Susan Lanier was in The Hills Have Eyes. She's also been in a ton of other things. She's a very accomplished blues musician as well.
Yep.
And she was just an absolute delight to speak to. She was just pure joy.
She's a delight to speak, because I had to speak with her on the phone once when you weren't around and I had your phone. She's just the sweetest person to talk to on the phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's happy and friendly and kind of bubbly, and
she's a sweetheart. Absolutely a sweetheart.
You know, it's so weird, and I'll say this, I don't have issues saying it. I'm always nervous going into the interview, because I always worry, are they going to think the questions are stupid? You know, is this good enough? You know, whatnot. Yeah. And even, like, and it's not saying anything against Matt's research. It's just the questions that I end up forming as well, and based off his research, I always worry, is this good enough? Is this... But, you know, every single time I knock it out of the park, so I've been told to have more confidence in myself, but it seems like having that mini freak out is like the magic juju that makes everything go right.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Thank you. That's also that the $20 level for the Patreon also brings with it a coupon code for Motor City Candleworks that is 15% off your purchases. So there's the additive incentive of signing up for the video interviews, and we give credit to Matt in the videos at the end. You know, I'm very grateful for his help. And I know it's something that he loves to do, and he's super excited and cheerful and like just. I think of Superman's sidekick, Jimmy Olsen.
Yes.
At times with him, because he's so happy and excited to be able to be doing this. And the problem is like Matt doesn't know I don't like praise
at all.
He hates it.
And so, like, Matt thanks me all the time. And I feel like a dick because I kind of just try to change the subject as quickly as possible. Like, yeah, it's no problem. Hey, you know, what about that? So I'm grateful for him, and he deserves every bit of excitement and energy that he has inside of him. He is doing a bang-up job, and, you know, it's
we
important.
Couldn't ask for a better research analyst.
Yeah, well, everyone that I have that works with me, I'm grateful for. Everyone adds their own personal touch and, you know, personality to it. You know, I love having Ace as my co-host, because even though we are very much opposed to each other on certain topics, we can at least get along about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a discussion, not an argument.
Yeah.
Right.
Corey's just happy to be anywhere.
I mean,
Like, he exudes golden retriever energy.
he does.
Yeah.
Golden retriever.
It's precious.
So, I mean, the altar boy is...
Oof.
Mr. Dr. Cookie brings his own flavor to it, which is a different personality than what we have. And then I love when Ollie sits in, even though she hates most of it, because
I don't hate it. I just...
she
Ew,
can't sit
Matt.
still.
Ew. I don't like to sit still. I am learning that, like, there's something about the mix of, because I do have Asperger's, we don't know to what degree, but that combined with the ADHD, this is torture for me. I love being a part of the show, but it's, the sitting still and the having to focus is murder, because I start to have a panic attack the longer I sit here. I love the show, but it's very difficult on me mentally.
You just have to focus for 3 hours.
It's
once
hard.
a week.
And how many times have you seen me actually sit down and, like, focus on one thing? I don't.
The Sims.
No, because I'm not focused on that. I have something on my phone. I have
it and get up and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't sit still for a continual amount of time. That's why during the breaks I get up and move around. I can't sit still.
And Billiam is just another one of those happy to be here personalities.
It's true.
Well, it's usually because Fridays are his night to get high.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to get high up here, or down here, up there. It don't really matter.
It's just more entertaining for him to do it down here.
When he says up there, it's because
Sometimes.
when he says up there, he's mentioning the fact that he lives in our upstairs.
Yeah, I just live in the attic.
Or our own version of Harry Potter.
No, that would be the cupboard under the stairs.
We don't have one.
He's more like Anne Frank. Lives in the attic.
I was going to say a ghoul in the attic from the second Harry Potter book, but okay, bud.
You went way too far with that one.
What?
I'm many things, but I'm definitely German.
Oh,
My family wouldn't have
it's
had
worse because I am too.
All right, moving the fuck on. But, yeah, you're going to get, not only are you going to get the interview roulette segment from the interview, but you're also going to get a song from Susan Lanier's yet-to-be-released EP.
Yay.
Yay.
It is called Allergic to Texas, and you're going to be getting the title track from the EP. What?
You lost it, didn't you, Billy?
Where's your diary?
Oh, I love this. The idea I'm allergic to Texas. Plus Republicans, but you know.
Well, because she's from Texas.
Which only makes it better.
Yeah.
It does.
And she moved out to California, and where she prefers to say is California and New York.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is a little better.
Well, you know, but yeah, allergic to Texas.
I can't wait to hear it.
Next week, you'll hear an interview roulette from Mark Scheffler. Mark Scheffler was in Last House on the Left, but he's also written on tons of TV shows and helped produce and be involved with other movies. He's a very cool dude. He really is. Laid back, chilled. He's an old hippie. He's a old pothead. And
I don't know any of those.
he and I had a really good conversation. Talked about his life and his work and his thoughts and ideas on the world around us.
That's going to be another real fun one, though.
Oh, yeah. And what I like is all of them seem to like the silly little interview roulette segment.
I mean, you say it's silly, but...
It's not. It's been your stamp on the interview world. It's not silly.
It's just funny, because, like, it was a goofy concept when it was come up with. You know, that I didn't think would really amount to anything. And I still see it as that goofy segment, but they're right. It is doing well, and it is my brand at this point. It's just, I don't know.
Your brand is making somebody else do the work.
Always. It's called capitalism.
I love that. No, because it is. If you don't like the question, you chose it. What do you want me to do about it?
I think the best part is it breaks up...
Is that not me, though?
It is.
It breaks up the monotony, because you don't like to ask the questions like, so what was it like to work on Jaws?
Yeah.
You don't like those questions, so you steer away from them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just go and look a motherfucker in the eye and go, tacos or sushi? And now they gotta actually think about it, the answer's always tacos, people.
Yeah, nobody ever chooses sushi.
I mean, it depends.
Variety. You can do much more stuff with tacos.
I don't know. There's a lot of variety in sushi.
Yeah, but I don't like sushi. I love me some tacos.
Everybody loves tacos.
Chat's acting a little weird. I just want to...
Yeah, I noticed that myself.
Did it go global on you?
Mm-hmm.
Refresh the page.
Yeah,
if it
that's what
comes
I'm
up and says global, just please refresh the page. Because it's acting a little weird. Remember, this one's new.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hootis. I would also choose
sushi. Yeah, always and forever. Sushi.
I would also choose sushi.
We are proud to announce, too, that Big League Brews is not just a sponsor of my show, The Cult of Odd, but they are now also the sponsor of Tap Detroit as well.
Yay!
So if you live in our area, which is the Metro Detroit area, head to Downriver, Taylor, and check out Big League Brews. They've been voted the #1 sports bar 6 years running by Click on Detroit voters.
There's a reason. Like, you can sit here and sing their praises through that all the time you want, but when you actually go to Big League Brews, it's a totally different thing than you're thinking.
Well, and
it's not a typical sports bar. It's got really high-end...
Fat man approved food.
Yeah.
Honestly, so good. The portions are great.
I don't know what I would do to get a plate of those nachos right now.
See, and
I do, and that's what scares me.
That's what my issue has always been with, like, advertising and stuff that I hear is, like, you for all you know, as far as it goes, is they paid me to say these things, and I'm saying them.
They didn't pay me shit, and I love them.
I've only been the one time. But I need to go back.
Yeah, we're sitting here waiting for us to have money.
Paycheck to paycheck, people.
Yeah.
We all do. For a house of 5 people, we all live paycheck to paycheck.
Doesn't help when my paycheck goes to the edibles, though.
Really?
I mean...
I did not know that. Is it the one that I'm thinking? But Big League Brews is a great sports bar. They're more than a sports bar because it's not sports bar food.
No.
It's really not sports bar atmosphere either.
In a little bit.
It is when there's a game.
Okay, fine, but like...
Otherwise.
I've been to the big sports bars, and I hate that atmosphere.
Yeah.
How about this, Roland? It is the one you're thinking of. And Roland's, how about this? Sometime when you guys come down, we will go, all of us.
I'm going to tell you it won't matter.
No, but I can guarantee if all of us go there.
But I absolutely love what Matt has done, and it is a upscale local watering hole.
Yeah.
It has all of the comfortability and charm of your neighborhood bar.
Like a dive bar. I love that.
With the quality and some of the personality of an upscale place. It's so weird, like, because when you're there, you're family. That's it.
It really is.
It's I don't want to use Olive Gardens, but when you're there,
they really do treat you like that. Like the wait staff, I've never seen wait staff so happy to actually be there.
That's because Matt takes care of his employees, which, if you are looking for work, they are usually hiring at either Big League Brews or Brewligans out in Trenton. So,
can't lie though, I prefer Big League Brews.
I do too.
Yeah,
been to both.
Brewligans wasn't bad.
Yeah, Brewligans is a fine place.
Same, but yeah.
But I feel more comfortable at Big League Brews. And I told Matt this, and I gave him my reasoning why. And I don't want to say what my reasoning why is on the air because the way I said it could be misconstrued, and I don't want it to be.
Go there, find out for yourself.
Yeah.
Make your own decisions.
But when I told Matt that, he told me that was the exact thing he was going for.
That makes sense. Then.
And it's the intent.
Because the reason that we're talking, it really could be done
Yeah.
that way. It really
Yeah.
could be done that way.
Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Easy.
But Big League Brews has a family atmosphere. Like it's the family bar that's been like down the street your whole life, and it's comforting to walk in there. It's that type of thing.
You walk in when you turn 21 and they try kicking you out because, yeah, you've tried to sneak in here too many times, bud.
Sangria said I'd go every weekend if I could.
I'm gonna guess. But my thought process behind this one is this. Big League Brews is the type of place that I would feel comfortable leaving my drink at the bar.
Still don't recommend it, but...
No, but if I did, I would still trust that drink because I know one of the wait staff is going to cover it. Like,
Yeah.
if something like...
When Matt first opened the bar, he advertised on my old network.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things that we talked about pushing is that he designed the place and its core values to deter that
Dirtbags.
type of... Yeah, to deter dirtbags, essentially.
And it does.
And that's only a good thing.
Like, we saw one scuffle break out when we were there.
Yeah.
And it was squashed quickly. The wait staff was not putting up with
Yeah.
it.
The customers weren't putting up with it.
No, the customers got up, separated them, and was like...
Yeah,
"You
like,
need
no,
to
hold
leave."
on, wait a minute. We don't do that
Yeah,
here.
the guy who started all of it literally was told to shut the fuck up and leave.
Did
Yeah.
you just almost try to censor yourself?
He did!
Did you forget where you are?
A little bit, bud.
Okay.
I don't have...
To the
my edibles.
moon.
I'm not high yet.
What, then how did you forget where you are?
Remember the
It's a
card that
very
was played
long-
last night?
It's true.
Has no clue what's going on most of the time.
It's been a very long week.
All right.
Yes.
We're going to quit talking at you, and we're going to go ahead and play some music, and we're also going to give you that interview roulette. You're going to get the Susan Lanier interview roulette. You're going to get her song Allergic to Texas. Then you're also going to get a new artist to the network, or to our playlist, Stephen Peter Rogers. His song Real Life. You'll have to tell me what you guys think of that one. It came in through a friend of a friend. I didn't think it was too bad, but I don't know. So I want to know what you guys think. And then because Ace had asked me to play it, Brant Bjork, Duke of Dynamite. He apparently has had this song stuck in his head all week. And
Where's Ace now, though? He's not in the fucking chat.
he could be listening. He could
Well,
just
if
not
he's
be in the
listening,
chat.
he's in the fucking chat.
Yeah, we want to hear more fish taco stories.
No fish tacos. Anyways, we'll be back. You're listening to the Cult of Odd.
Now it's time for our Patreon shout-out. Big thanks to C. Weezy, Bryce Rogers, Tiki, Billy Yum, Justin Burnside and Zaldor of Zaldor's World Podcast for becoming a patron. Welcome to Anef, for joining the Cult of Odd Plus. We hope you enjoy our long, uncut and girthy episodes until you're fully satisfied and left shaking from laughter. For everyone else, you can join our Patreon too. Just head to patreon.com/cultofod. Become a patron and reap the benefits today.
Tired of regular bar food and bar atmospheres? Yes! Do you long for a place that feels like home where you're treated as family and not just another customer?
Yes! Yes!
Then Big League Brews is the place for you. Their menu is the most extensive in all of Downriver. They have an excellent breakfast selection, and they're also well known for their burgers and wings. But hey, if you don't want to believe just some guy on the radio, Big League Brews has been voted best sports bar in Metro Detroit by Click on Detroit 6 years in a row. Wow. They have the friendliest staff and a wide array of cocktails and beers, 26 of them on draft, with new creations regularly.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And if you're looking for work, Big League Brews offers the most competitive wages with great medical and dental and vision benefits and plenty of paid time off. So what are you waiting for? Get on over to Big League Brews, located at 20428 Ecorse Road in Taylor, Michigan, or head to bigleaguebrews.com for more info. Big League Brews, go beyond ordinary, eat and drink extraordinary. Okay, it's time to play Interview Roulette.
Okay.
Before we started this interview, you picked 5 numbers. I transposed the questions that correspond with those numbers, and the first number you picked was number 5. What was the most special handmade gift someone has ever given you?
My girlfriend Melanie gave me a cup. She's a ceramist, and I think that's what comes in my head right now. I love Melanie's work, and she's always gifting me her ceramics.
71. What do you think is totally inappropriate but is commonly seen in today's society?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is all the sexploitation that is on social media. I don't think it's appropriate. And I think that girls, because I consider myself a feminist, I worked with Gloria Steinem, that girls are selling their worth and thinking that their worth is coming from their sexuality, their blatant sexuality, and just selling themselves. I find that those it's not it's great to be sexy. I'm not saying that it's not, but that's it.
Well, let me ask you then a secondary question off that one. There are some that would say that they are taking the power back for themselves from men and making it a more feminist movement, I guess is the best way to say it. What do you say to that?
I think the way to achieve equality with men, if they're trying to take their power back from men, is to get a great education and a powerful job, and try to contribute to the world in a professional way, rather than trying to make an impact through your own, showing yourself, exposing yourself on the internet.
Fair enough.
Get an education and go out and demand the same salary that the man is getting, receiving, and stick up for your rights as an individually strong human being.
Okay. Number 81. If you could play one song of yours for a crowd of 1 million people, which would you choose and why?
Well, my most popular song that people usually gravitate to is On the Way to Woodstock. And it's fun. And I think I would probably play On the Way to Woodstock. It sticks out in my show. People get up and dance, and it captures my era, which by the way, I did want to say something about that. I am so grateful that I was born in my generation, in my era. I am not jealous in any way of the era that much younger people are being born into right now. So we had a great era.
I'm going to tell you what, if I could swap my generation for yours, I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I mean, that might be the luckiest thing that I feel about my life, is that I was born when I was, and that I got to live in that era. And I think that song sort of captures that.
Number 203. If you could choose one song to play every time you entered a room for the rest of your life, what would it be? So basically, what would your theme song or your entrance music be?
Well, I like Swamp Cabaret. You're talking about the songs I've written, right?
No, just any song.
Oh, okay. Well, I love Leave Your Hat On. So I would enter a room doing Leave Your Hat On.
You sang that on Swamp Cabaret, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I love Randy Newman's You Can Leave Your Hat On. So
great song.
Yeah.
It's one of those songs that is inherently sexy. It doesn't matter who's singing it. You could have your top tier musician singing it, or you could have somebody doing karaoke singing it, and that song is just inherently sexy.
Yeah, I've always loved that song. I love his version of it too.
And then you chose number 69. If your name was on one product, what would you want it to be? And it doesn't have to be a product that exists. If you could put a product into the marketplace yourself with your name on it, what would you want it to be?
Wow. I don't know. I mean, I can't even think of anything right now. I mean, maybe perfume. I love perfume. I just still love to wear perfume. I think it's cool if you have your own perfume. I'm very smell oriented, and so that's the first thing that comes to mind. I mean, I perhaps would like a theater named after me. That would be cool. Or a cabaret room, even a slummy dive room. The Susan Lanier Cabaret, let it be a sleazy dive. No, just
Lanier.
Lanier, yeah. So just, I'm easy with that one. I mean, that's a hard question, actually. So.
All right, Susan, you are an amazing woman, from acting to TV or from stage to TV to film and music. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and I have loved being here and loved connecting with you and getting to know you as well.
Nobody leave this place without singing the blues.
I'm getting tired, I'm feeling low, I'm hot as hell, next day I'm freezing cold. I feel like I'm getting old before my time. The doctor said, better go back home. Texas ain't all place for you to be alone. I'm gonna pack my stuff, ain't gonna be no more shacking up. You hurt me right down to the bone. Right from the beginning, I must have been blind. That old country doctor, he was out of his mind. He said it looks like a cold, or maybe the flu. Might be something in Texas you're allergic to. I'm burning up, my body's on fire. Ain't nothing gonna help. My fever's getting higher, fever's getting higher, higher and higher. The ragweed grows wild. Oh, honey, that East Texas swampland might look kinda mild, but don't get stuck in it. Ain't had no
join the cult of Odd, you'll be opened up to a whole new level of consciousness. You'll know what's beyond the yellow brick road, what lurks on the dark side of the moon, and what creeps through the forests at night. You'll have a wealth of resources to pull from. A group of favored mentors and spiritual enforcers that will guide you to the path of Odd. You're our family, even if you don't know it yet. Once a member, you become one for life. Because if you leave the warmth and love of Odd, you're dead to us. Head to patreon.com/cult of Odd. It sees you and knows you want it. Embrace it today.
Try being all Simply nothing wrong when they sing along with no shame. Tamed a foxy dream and made a scream for the beholder. Smoking from a bomb, become a legend when you're older. The higher they take us, the more love for the bad stuff. Never wonder who can save you tonight. Do good and bad. Posters on the wall, pledge allegiance to the sacred. And on the bathroom wall, call me if you wanna make it. Going my way means you're floating off to space. You asked her why she's bored and she said the human race. The higher they take us, the more love for the bad stuff. Never wonder who can save you tonight. Do good dynamite. Do good dynamite. Stardust sound. It's underground now. Stomp your feet. Get down with the beat. Stealing for a song, turn the kids on with the stage name. Simply nothing wrong when they sing along with no shame. Tamed a foxy dream and made a scream for the beholder. Smoking from a bong, become a legend when you're older. The higher they take us, the more love for the bad stuff. Never wonder who can save you tonight. Do good dynamite. Do good dynamite. Do good dynamite. Do good dynamite. Get down.
cult of Odd welcomes you to adorn yourself, your walls, and even your loved ones with our high-quality structural as well as body adornments for you to share our love with the world. We have all manner of material objects for you to covet, from posters to clothing to bean juice mugs and even stickers.
I'm gonna need more stickers.
Give your love to the cult of Odd today. Then you can force that love onto others. They want it, they need it, and they won't survive without it. Head to our little shop of oddities now and support the cult with your love.
All right, let's pick everything back up because that whole first bit was just slower than molasses, and I apologize. The songs that are there, I like them. We tend not to play slow music though because it does feel like it drags everything down.
Just a smidgen.
So, anyways, moving on. The chat room has actually put forth something that has something to do with our first topic.
Is it a giant veiny eggplant?
It is. It's a penis. It's a penis. There's apparently a new Hollywood beauty trend.
Oh? No.
I don't like it.
Penis facials.
What?
So we just call those
That's not
facials.
new, honey.
It's a new trend in Hollywood.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Don't let them lie to you.
Lie to you.
I think that's what started the whole Me Too movement, but it sounds like this time it's more wanted. Yeah. The weird beauty practices of Hollywood elite have become so bizarre that they sound like parodies of themselves. Think bird poo and placenta facials, snake venom eye cream, and being stung by bees. Yet, the latest trend manages to take things one step further. Kate Blanchett credits her youthful glow to a treatment that uses the foreskins of Korean newborn babies.
No.
Well, they're chopping them off. You might as well do something with them, right?
You said that as she's eating an edible. That's not.
We saw we saw the facialist in New York, Georgia Louise, and she gives what we call the penis facial, Blanchett told Vogue. It's something, I don't know what it is or whether it's just because it smells a bit like sperm. There's some enzyme in it, so Sandy refers to it as the penis facial.
I don't like it.
Yes.
I don't like any of that.
Thank you. Throwing up emoji. Throwing up emoji. Throwing up emoji.
I wouldn't say it's new.
No.
It's still not new. So
Yes. No, in fact, it's a practice that's been around for a while. But, yeah. So, ladies, you want to stay youthful.
No. I'm not. No.
Apparently,
I'll get all the wrinkles before I do that.
you need to rub Korean newborn foreskins all over your face.
But
It's a borderline of something that I don't want to mess with.
yeah, I'm good.
A couple somethings I don't want to mess with.
No.
Why Korean baby foreskins, though?
That's what she
Because
uses.
their import and export laws are lean enough to allow it.
Okay.
Brings a whole new meaning to skin contact.
I'm gonna push the mic away. I'm done. I'm done.
Wow. Yeah.
That's too far.
Feel icky.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
I didn't think you would. That's why I started the show with it.
Just, damn it, Rollins.
Rollins.
Why pay money? You can get a penis on your face for free. Yeah, but it's got to be like the ground up foreskins. Like it's a cream, a paste. It's not like you can just plop a cock on a face and have it do its job. Well, I mean, okay, so it's not like you can just plop a cock on your face and have it de-age you.
Who does know? Who does know? Well, if we weren't being watched by the government before, we are now.
Wow. So, Elvira reveals she lost 11,000 fans after coming out.
Oh, no.
And most of them were the horny old men.
That
Good.
doesn't make sense.
No, I don't understand that. You would think horny old men would be, like, right there just, yeah. Okay,
They
now
all
you've
thought
just
they-
added a level.
They all thought they had a chance.
What man seriously looked at her and was like, yep, she'd let me get it.
You know what?
I know of one.
I'm in her league.
I know of one person.
No,
really-
Bubba, you're not. Sit back down.
Sorry, Uncle Jim.
Ugh.
In her league, you ain't even in the right sport.
Not playing ball there.
She's football and you're fucking tiddlywinks, bud.
She's football, and you're football.
She's football and you're e-gamer.
Oh, you're playing Madden. That means you're just watching porn, bud.
But no, the sexy and witty humor of Elvira has had her fans captivated for years. However, the most loyal fans of Peterson had little idea about her sexuality. Shocking the world in her memoir, Peterson came out, and not many people were happy with it. In a podcast, Elvira revealed she lost some 11,000 horny old men from her followers, but then she shared that after she came out, she got 60,000 new followers.
So balanced out.
I'm at a loss here because, like, are horny old men afraid of lesbianism? Like, do they not?
They're gonna spread the gay agenda.
That.
I mean, but
Got Elvira.
okay.
They think that something always has to do with something.
I find it very hard to believe that not one of those 11,000 men had some weird fucking
They do.
fantasy about her and a couple of her concubines, like females that she turned. I don't know.
They were just hoping that they could be the concubines.
See, my first thought goes to like the people who are very much against gay, no matter what. But the people that generally fall into that category, I have a hard time seeing them as fans of Elvira in the first place.
Yeah, that's
So, I don't know.
yeah. I find it strange that anyone was like, Elvira with another chick. I don't want to think about that.
The rest of us are all like, Elvira with another chick, eh?
Yeah, we are.
Where's the OnlyFans?
I love our chat.
Oh man, I forgot to bring the story over. Oh well, I don't get to make that joke tonight.
Oh, come on.
No, because I don't have the story, so the joke doesn't work. Here's one though, which I'm like, okay, cool, little late. Catalonia's parliament pardons hundreds of women executed for witchcraft.
A little late there, bud. A little late.
Is it really keeping their ancestors from being able to get a job? Like, is there what, why, what?
Can
What?
the dead now vote again?
I think it's more
Only in
so,
Chicago.
I think it's more so clearing their names for the finals of history, but
Catalonia's parliament has formally pardoned hundreds of women who were executed for witchcraft between the 15th and the 18th century. MPs in the Spanish region approved a resolution on Wednesday that rehabilitates the memory of more than 700 women who were tried, tortured, and executed. Pro-independence and left-wing MPs said that women were victims of misogynistic persecution and have called for some of Catalonia's streets to be named after the persecuted witches. Historians believe that the majority of witchcraft executions in Spain took place in the northeastern region. Catalonia was one of the first areas in Europe where anti-witchcraft acts were carried out in 1471. So, okay, yeah, it's to restore the memory, but at this point, like...
It feels like a PR grab more than anything.
It does.
Congrats, you decided to give dead people a pardon. I'm sure it makes them feel so much better for being murdered.
In, 1471.
Yeah.
Now, the idea of clearing their name and naming streets after them and paying honor to them, fine, I get that, and that makes sense, but... it seems like a PR move. That's all.
Secret hidden ending to Harry Potter.
And all the witches got pardons.
Yay!
Yikes.
No, yeah, I just...
You know, if we're going to just pardon people, we should start with people who are in prison for non-violent drug offenses, like selling weed.
Well, that's here in America. God knows what... like Ari said, it's a PR move. That's all I see that as.
For what, though? Who the fuck's going to Cambodia?
Catalonia.
Whatever.
Why? He is done with it. He has not been here tonight.
Nobody's going anywhere. We're all still locked down due to COVID.
I think it's more because it's you said it's the left, and they're trying to like make their move and make their imprint now while they have the power to do so.
Then do something that actually changes society.
That might, though, for them.
It's a start. Like, yes, I just see it as a PR grab, but it's a start to something. Like, if they can keep up that momentum.
Tantamount to, like, America, like, immediately about facing on all the lies about the inventions and stuff that we have that were actually made by black people that white people had stolen, gotten credit for. Imagine that being completely overturned and everybody getting the credit that they deserved.
That'd be fan-fucking-tastic.
That's kind of what is going on there, is credibility was lost.
I just feel like there's still a better...
Oh, I'm sure there is, but you know what? Sometimes you take the steps you can and not the ones you want.
I guess.
Because that could open the door for other things, too. Like, you start there, and then they go, okay, we got this through. Now... with this, we can go here, and then
Safe
use that
places
to get
for witches
here.
to actually practice.
That, kids, is what we call a precedent. Once a precedent has been set, it can then be used later to help other legislation get through.
Yep.
Tell that's Roe v. Wade.
Well, unfortunately, that wasn't as ironclad as it should have been, and it's been left to waffle for way too long.
Good night, Mr. Brown.
Good night, Mr. Brown.
Hi, Mr. Brown.
Good night, Mr. Brown. Oh.
Night, John Boy. Someone's created cannabis without growing the plant.
Okay.
BioHarvest Sciences Incorporated, a biotech company with offices in Canada and Israel, recently announced that it produced some 22 pounds of full-spectrum cannabis biomass at a commercial scale without growing the plant itself. This is the first time that any group in either industry or academia has successfully done this. The cannabis biomass, which is not genetically modified, was produced using BioHarvest proprietary biofarming technology platform that grows plant cells in their natural structure in proprietary bioreactors, the company has said in a press release. The result of the breakthrough by the Canadian Israel biotech company in cannabis biomass is that it is uniquely consistent and clean, resolving two major pain points related to product quality in the medical cannabis industry: product variability and contamination.
I mean, fuck yeah, buds.
Basically, they've found a way to set a standard.
Fuck yeah, buds. Buds.
Aww.
I just thought it was cool that, you know, they figured out a way to grow pot without growing pot.
First they download movies illegally, then they download pizza illegally, now they're growing pot without growing pot.
Hey, wait, can I download pot illegally?
Not yet. First you gotta get the 3D printer.
Right.
Well, it's like the one Futurama movie. I think it was one of the Futurama movies, and Bender was they did the piracy warning, and at one point the voice was like, "You wouldn't download a car, would you?" And Bender's like, "I might."
The answer to that is yes. I would love to download a car.
Yeah. You wouldn't illegally download a car, would you? Yes.
You clearly don't know me.
Yes, I would. You know we love talking about UFOs.
No, not us.
Always. So, several quote-unquote crashed UFOs found in Russia.
Oh, God.
Specialist researchers in Volgograd, Russia, have discovered over a dozen ancient disc-shaped objects, which they firmly believe to be the remnants of several crashed UFOs, including one thing which is over 4 meters in diameter, according to the experts. The strange, out-of-place discs are coated in a thick layer of tungsten, and which is a high-density metal often used in military technology. The team who made the discoveries is a notorious Russian UFO and cryptozoology team.
Okay.
They look like rocks, man. They look like rocks.
They're very weirdly shaped rocks.
They are. But they look like rocks.
It looks like somebody shaped a rock.
Yeah. Especially that one.
Okay, that's just a rock that kind of looks like a jellyfish.
That's an oversized river stone.
Oh my god, imagine skipping that mofo.
That would cause tidal waves.
Like, I get it, they are weirdly shaped rocks, but, I mean...
I've seen a lot of weirdly shaped rocks.
I've seen a lot of weirdly shaped people, so...
God! What the fuck?
What?
You could have just said I've seen a lot of weirdly shaped things. You didn't have to go with people.
I mean, does that make them an alien because they're weirdly shaped?
It depends if they're in the country legally or not.
I didn't say weirdly toned. I said weirdly shaped.
That was a really bad joke.
What? Mr. Brown left a UFO. Who just said, because we're going through the freezing void of space, where I would want to land is the warm tropical nation of fucking Russia.
I mean, you know, same. Who doesn't want to warm up in Siberia?
Oh.
God, that sounds terrible.
Yes, the fish taco.
Always a fish taco.
We're going to do one more before we go to our next break.
Okay.
This one directly relates to you, Billiam.
Oh, no.
Is it lasagna?
No.
Damn it.
But you need to take the people around you into more consideration.
Oh, no.
Doctors reveal stinky farts can make you go blind.
Whoa.
There's a reason they're called silent but deadly. According to one doctor, really stinky farts can theoretically make you go blind.
We need to stop feeding me cheese and dairy products then.
Obviously, this only happens in very extreme cases, but nonetheless, it might make you think twice before letting one rip. Nope. Dr. Anthony Yoon, a holistic plastic surgeon from Michigan, was responding to a comment by someone who claimed to have gone blind for 3 minutes after farting. Turns out, there could be a reason for the commenter's alleged sight loss, and the medical professional was on hand to explain the science behind the phenomenon. In the video, he says, although this is very unlikely, if the gas you pass is extremely pungent, it could contain large amounts of hydrogen sulfide. Studies show that hydrogen sulfide is very effective at reducing blood pressure. If a fart reduces blood pressure to the central renal artery, your silent but deadly toot could theoretically make you go blind. So be careful if you're making a lot of bubbles in your bathtub.
Oh. All I'm really hearing is, don't huff farts. Which should be something that shouldn't have to be said.
Well, see, the thing is...
Well, maybe you shouldn't try to fart me out of the car then.
It's not a matter of huffing them. It's just if you produce a fart that has enough hydrogen sulfide in it and you breathe it in, it can drop your eye pressure for a second.
Challenge accepted.
Don't like any of this.
I just see Billy from now on.
Nope,
not blind yet.
No, I can still see. I think you'd be hoping that the fart could kill you.
No,
I mean...
never. Only if I'm going 70 miles an hour down the freeway while I go blind.
Man, now that's something I'm going to look up during the break. We're going to go to break. You're going to get Malata, the uninvited guest. You're going to get Carmel Liberti, Like the Dead, and you're going to get the Lonely Ones, Change the Station. You're listening to the Cult of Odd on TapDetroit.com.
When you join the Cult of Odd, you'll be opened up to a whole new level of consciousness. You'll know what's beyond the yellow brick road, what lurks on the dark side of the moon, and what creeps through the forests at night. You'll have a wealth of resources to pull from. A group of favored mentors and spiritual enforcers that will guide you to the path of Odd. You're our family, even if you don't know it yet. Once a member, you become one for life. Because if you leave the warmth and love of Odd, you're dead to us. Head to patreon.com/cult of Odd. It sees you and knows you want it. Embrace it today.